the behavior shifts that you have to make within yourself. The behavior shift. A real thing, all right? That will never be me, has never been me, and it should be none of y'all. So these are the key things that I wrote down and I jotted down as, and there's 3 in total. There's probably gonna be some other ones that I'm gonna be naming because I like to get off track from time to time, but 3 things that I'm going to name that have structured how I think about my money, my finances, to become a future millionaire. You understand what I'm saying? Number 1, you have to understand is what is your why in life? Why do you wake up in the morning? Okay. Why do you do the things that you do? Understanding your why in every facet of life is something that needs to underpin everything that you do in life, because without a why, you're just floating through life. You're floating through life. You should always have a why. You should always have a strategy. You should always have a plan. Name any successful anybody that never had a plan and they just walked into success. Shit, you got lotto winners that didn't have a plan. They won tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars and ended up broke. Why? Because they didn't have a plan. On this channel, though, each and every one of you need to have a plan. You have to understand your why. Let me tell you what my why was. Okay? My why was financial freedom. My why is financial independence. Meaning, I can walk away from whatever I'm doing at any given time and it not affect me. That's what that means. In a capitalistic society, this is one of the biggest powers. Fuck it. It's called fuck you money. You understand me? That was my goal. I never wanted to be beholden to anybody or anything. That was my why. True and utter independence. Okay? Hold on, thirsty again. I got obsessed with money, how to make it, how to generate it, how to live off of it, because I never wanted to be beholden to anybody else. I never want to be beholden to a boss. I don't want to have to walk into a place unless I want to. That's why. Okay? That's why. So when I talked about one of my financial goals next year is to pay off my 30-year mortgage in 2.5 years, this spot right here, all right, it's because at the point that I do that, shit, I don't got a wife, I don't got kids, and my place is paid off. All I gotta pay is taxes and food. That's it. At that point, oh shit, waking up every day is a whole nother luxury. You understand what I'm saying? Because I wake up every day because I want to do whatever it is on my schedule, okay? And let me talk about this, is because this mindset shift is rare within the melanated community. It's rare. You don't hear shit like this. What you hear is work until you can't no more, until retirement age. Until retirement age, you can't work no more, or until you're dead. Like in the melanated community, like that's your options, and they don't even consider any other options. And I think it's a particular disservice. But YouTube has the opportunity to change that, which is why I love this platform. I love being able to talk to you like this. I love it. And I think it's a part of my calling. Here's the 5 concepts of money that I wanted to talk about from my perspective. Again, this is not all of my concepts of money. These are just certain things that I just wanted to talk to you guys about. So do know, love, and understand that. Also, too, let me also hit you guys with a quick thing. I am not a financial advisor. You gotta hit people with that at the beginning just to make sure that they don't think I am not a financial advisor. All of this shit is my complete opinion, but I'm taking my level and degree of success and financial security, and I'm giving you information on how I thought about things in order to get to how I am right now, or where I'm at right now. Here's the first thing that I wanted you guys to be able to think through. Don't be scared of money. Don't be scared of finances. Don't be scared to challenge your financial future. Don't be scared of reading material. Don't be scared of books. Don't be scared of Reddit posts. Don't be scared. Don't be scared if I start talking about Webull, which is a fee-free stock trading app. Do not be scared. The beauty of 2020 is that there's so many resources that is available on the internet that you can consume for free that will teach you all of these concepts embarrassment free. Embarrassment free. So you can ask whatever question that you have. Me personally, I love money. I ingrain myself in how it works. I want to understand everything about it. And here's the thing. The more that I know about it, the more that I increase my chances of having more of it in the future. People that are terrible with money don't understand money. They don't understand how it works. They don't understand how to use it. They don't understand the basic tenets. They don't understand it. Okay? 50% of y'all in the chat don't understand money, but it's okay. All right? Because this is the time to learn. Here's some things that I wanted to teach you at a basic conceptual level about money. Okay? Number 1, all money is a store of value. Okay? That's all that it is. All right? It has been deemed up on high. This, within our society, this is how we store value. I can do a task. I can get work done, and in exchange for that task or that work, I can get money, which I can then use to provide for myself, put a roof over my head, get food. It is a store of value, nothing else. Okay? I want you to know, love, and understand that. And I think if we start at the basics, it does you guys so much more justice than growing up watching bastards on Instagram put money up to their ear. Okay? Ignore all that shit. Get all that bullshit out your head. People with money don't do that. Just do this for me. Right now on the screen. Just do all that shit. Ignore all of that shit, because none of those savages know anything about money. You understand what I'm saying? It is a store of value, and that value will change depending upon the currency. You can go to another country and your store of value can be worth a lot more or a lot less, okay, for the same value of that money. I was in Thailand a few years ago. Thailand has an exchange rate of at least 10 to 1, okay? So if you make $100,000 in the United States, you are rich, like rich in Thailand. You are at least a millionaire conceptually. You know what I'm saying? From the differences of the value of the dollar in Thailand, because it's at least 10 to 1. It might be an extreme amount over that. You understand what I'm saying? So it can shift. Here's a second concept about money that I think that you have to know, love, and understand, is that it's just a medium of exchange. Again, I talked about it earlier, all right? It's a store of value, and it's a medium to exchange goods, services, work. The old version of exchanging was called bartering, okay? This is like, you know what I'm saying? Trading, right? So it's like, yo, I got this hammer, and yo, my G, you got that screwdriver. I don't need this hammer anymore. You have this screwdriver, okay? Let's like fucking trade. You understand what I'm saying? It's rudimentary. It's some bullshit, okay? Yeah. Leave a one down in the building if you guys can hear and or see me. We'll wholeheartedly appreciate it. So we can get the conversation started. Leave a one down in the building. And we're gonna get active here today. All right? Let me know if you guys can hear and or see me. Let me know. And we're gonna get this conversation started. Hopefully you guys can. Before we get started, happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. We back here for one more again. One more Red Cup talk in the building. One more for the books. Let me also say this as well. I want to say I started Red Cup talk. It's been like a year and a month. I want to say it was like last November or December that I started the whole live streaming thing. I don't even think it was called Red Cup Talk at that time. It was just me having a conversation with someone else, and we bring a Red Cup. So I would say it's probably like a year ago where I started calling it Red Cup Talk, but right now we are a year strong. We are a year within that perseverance. For folks that are new onto the channel, all right, welcome. For all of those that's been there from the past year, I was taking a look at my Patreon not too long ago, so I can see how long people have been a part of the Patreon, and it just reminds me where we were a year ago versus today. But if you're new here, welcome. All right, we have these conversations on Fridays. But we've come so far. We've come so far. We have so far to go into the future. All right. But we got to have these conversations. Shout out to everybody that's down into the building. I see the ones coming through right now. All right. Red sings the blues in the building. Let's talk money. I just lost a few bucks in the stock market. We're going to talk about it, my G. Shout out to Kenny B. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. All right. I think I saw one more in there to kick us off. Shout out to King Name. Money is a tool. Don't misinterpret the Bible verse as money is evil. Shout out to Walter, Patreon gang in the building. I appreciate the support. Nice and early, my G. Where my soundboard at? Shout out, my G. I appreciate that 100%. Guys, we got to get into this conversation today. Also, I got some housekeeping items as well. So we're going to get into the housekeeping items. I'm going to throw this link down in the description box down below because you guys already know. All right, this is a call-in show. This is going to be referred to as the smoke show. We can refer to it as well as the cookout. But we need to be able to go in. And this is on account of a video that I uploaded earlier this week in reference to Bitcoin. And I got a lot of dissenting views on that video. And it made me think, why? Why? Why am I having so many different views that to me appear that they come from men that have no idea about money, about wealth, about interest, compound interest, growth? It's so many things that they don't understand. So it made me think, damn, we have this space that's generated and created based on the ideology or the ideas that you need to understand nature. Human nature, as I say, other channels would say female nature. You have to understand nature. And if you do at the point that you do, then you are red pill, which made me think, why is there so many? Why is there so many that consider themselves red pill from a relationship perspective? But then from a financial perspective, you are still in the matrix. You still blue pill as hell. You're still blue pill as hell. And guys, let me also touch on this as well before I get into housekeeping items. My channel, the majority of the content that I upload to my channel doesn't have to deal with this reality, this authenticity when it comes to building yourself from where you are right now into being independent and happy into the future to build up the foundation of the kingdom that you'll build brick by brick going into the future. Mostly it's not this. Mostly it's from an entertainment perspective. So we're going to get a lot less people in this stream, but I really hope that all of the people that came in on like that Bitcoin video and was not agreeing with the things that I was saying will come in, will call in today. Here goes the link. I'm dropping the link right down up in here. And let me tell you something real quick before I drop this link down up in here. Actually, let me drop it right now. Let me tell you something right now. Let's have a conversation. This show is going to be extremely short. If no one wants to call in, if you don't want to back up the things that you were saying within that video or any differences in opinion that you have with me from a financial perspective, this video is going to be relatively short. So we'll see if anybody wants to chat about what I was saying. But I think that it's important. I think that it's important that we come in more from a putting these different ideas into the air, right? You bring your evidence, you bring your data, you bring your receipts, and I will bring mine. And let's have a conversation about it, okay? So come in. If you do not agree with me, if you think that something that I said was wrong, and we're going to go through it, we're going to go over it, because I think that these are the most valuable conversations. Shit, I have a YouTube channel that's dedicated in part now to having someone with conflicting views of my own, and I place them right down here, and we have a conversation about it. So why would I not do that for a financial perspective as well? You understand what I'm saying? So click on that link if you want to come up and you want to have a discussion regarding the things that I was saying. Now, real quick, let me get into the housekeeping items. And then we're going to get started. First housekeeping item, shout out to the 100K gang. Shout out to the 100K gang. Shout out, Jason. Oh, Aku in the building. Patreon gang in the building. I was like, what is that? That's a yen. 500 yens super chat. A lot of people didn't listen to your words. They tune you out based on the title. Yeah, there's a lot of people that looked at the title and was just like, oh no, you talking shit on Bitcoin? That's not what I was saying, but I appreciate that, Aku. Yeah, a lot of people did, but we're going to talk about it all here today. All right. So again, shout out to the 100K gang in the building. We just surpassed the 100,000 subscriber mark. So thank you all again. Thank you for understanding the vision, understanding where the channel is trying to go, understanding and believing in the vision. I wholeheartedly and humbly want to thank you guys. Thank you for continuing to share the video, to like the video, all of that good shit. I wholeheartedly appreciate it. The channel has done incredible numbers over the past quarter. It's gone bananas. I want to say a quarter ago we were at 50,000 subscribers, so we gained like 50,000 in about 2 months or something like that, which was insane. So thank you. We're there now. You know what I'm saying? YouTube better show me some respect. You understand me? I want that great check mark. You understand? So first I had to shout out that. Next, Patreon gang. I see you guys. We're gonna be doing right after this. We're gonna go down into the Patreon, into the Discord server, and we're gonna continue this conversation. Another thing that I want to talk about as well is that we still got some workshops that's gonna be happening. All right. Workshop's going to be happening. Last week's workshop was how to start a nonprofit. The one that's coming up on this Sunday is going to be how to invest in cryptocurrency. The Saturday after that on the 24th, the independent music industry on the 31st, how to retire early. You already know that's where I settle at. All right, the weekend after that, we can be talking about fashion, different type of colognes. 2 weeks after that, different avenues for a programmer if you're trying to become an engineer or a developer. And then the weekend after that, child custody process. That's February. That's the last weekend of February. So I wanted to go through what we're going to be going through on these Sundays is dedicated to the Patreon gang. If you guys are interested in being a part and contributing, not only from a learning perspective, but from a give knowledge perspective, then that is the community for you. I am so happy and thrilled of the strides that the Patreon gang is making. Even if I'm not in the Discord, I see conversations happening all day, which is absolutely humbling and brings a thug tear to my eye. All right, let me get this off the screen. Last thing I'm gonna hit on before we get into the actual content and we begin to start to talk about these things. And I already see people. There's people that's down into the waiting room. Here's the last thing that we're gonna talk about is I have, from a product perspective, I have some stuff. I have one thing in particular that's gonna be coming out here in just a few. I don't know if you guys have seen from a recent video that I did. I saw people commenting on it. It was actually the last couple of videos that I've been doing. I saw people commenting on it,
but I wasn't sure people was going to pick it up, but you already see it right here. Now, I'm not going to go over it completely. You understand what I'm saying? We got a couple of weeks before I can send you guys the link of where to pick up the additional merch. You understand what I'm saying? But this is going to be some special edition shit. So you see the MTR right there? Then look what's happening on the bottom right over here. Uh-oh. That's all I'm going to show you right here. All right. I got the exclusive right now, but we're going to try to make it more available to everybody else. But I'm not even going to talk about it no more than what I just said right here. But yeah, Prince of All Sayings in the building. All right. So listen, let's get into the content. Let's get into what I was going to talk about. And then we're going to open up the phone line so we can have a conversation. So the reason that I'm doing this conversation, this live, is because the particular dissenting views that I saw on the Bitcoin video, and it made me get even more reposition my mind in a way to understand how much farther that I have to go in educating people that look like me for this financial lifestyle, this this financial independence, and as well as increasing literacy lifestyle. So I want to be able to talk about it live with you guys. You understand? So what I said in that video, and this was the main portion of the video, the main idea is invest in yourself, and invest in yourself often. Okay? Invest in yourself and invest in yourself often. What's the situation that I set up in that video? I said I had someone that came over to me, one of my homies, and had two different decisions. Either A, use a bundle of money to go in and work on himself, okay, to get a certification, or to invest in Bitcoin, right? And based off of that, what did I tell him? I told him how much money, or what will be the ROI on your investment, because the Bitcoin thing is speculation. It's pure speculation. And he started getting into the numbers of going the education route and working in and investing on himself. And I was like, bro, there is no reason why you should go the Bitcoin route as opposed to investing in yourself. No reason, because the numbers make sense and you know what will be your rate of return over here. And I knew in the back of my mind, he currently still had student loan debt that he was paying off. In his mind, he's thinking he can ride this Bitcoin wave and then flip it to be able to pay off of his investments, which at the end of it, you know, could happen. You know, I told you guys in that particular video, all right, I invest in Bitcoin. Do I think that Bitcoin is going to be going up and through the moon? I do. I said that in the video. But I saw a lot of the comments like, yo, you bugging, you don't know what you talking about. I saw comments that was down in there that was like, yo, why you invest on in education? So many people are in student loan debt, What's the equation that I talked about in that same video? What's the equation? I said there's a revenue component of the equation and there's a cost component of the equation. The revenue component, you have to work in on and developing your skill set to yourself. You are a product in the working marketplace. You, everyone in here, you are a product. All right? You are a product. If you go in and you develop a skill set, you are selling yourself as a product to that organization. You have a skill set, you have a talent, you have something that you do that the company wants to buy off of you, and they buy your time. And the more that you prove yourself of what your skills and your talent is, and you put some experience under your belt, then guess what? That's the more that they will pay you. That is as more that they will pay you. All right? At the end of the day, I'm going to bet on myself 100% of the time, especially when I'm in my 20s and developing and working on myself, when I'm building my financial foundation. All right? There's a lot of dudes that was in the comments, and I kept thinking to myself, if you're earlier, right, like if you have a goal and or a purpose of whether it be financial independence or whether it's just being, you know, having a decent car, you know, and everything in between, if you are being knocked off of your center to invest into, not into yourself, right? to invest into a speculation, an intangible coin, then that logic to me means that you have more faith in the intangible coin than you have in on yourself. And that's what I have a problem with. The reason in that video that I showed how much college educated people make when they invest more into their education is just to show the more education that you have, the more money that you make. If I was to do the video again and I was trying to make that point more clear, I probably wouldn't even use college educated. I probably would have used different certifications, right? Becoming an apprentice to a journeyman for all my blue collar scholars out there, okay? From investing into your intellect as an entrepreneur, going to different conferences and fairs, but anything that you can do from a continuous education perspective to work on this, to work on the product that you bring to the market, all right? Because you can't tell me that I would have increased my wealth more than what Bitcoin would have, Forex would have all these other things more than me going on an educational path. You can't tell me. And even if the monetary gain would have been more, and I'm not saying that it would not have been more, even if it would have been more, it's not my purpose. If it's not your purpose, then why does it matter? Some of the best investments that you can make in your younger 20s is on you, because now is the time to determine who you will be in the future. Investing into someone else's shit ain't gonna get you nowhere, okay? Unless the shit goes to the moon and it's gonna get you a lot of money. But if it goes down to the ground, which 90% of all people who are in Forex lose money overall over the lifetime that they're in Forex. And I love some Forex people to come through. You know what I'm saying? I know the Patreon game, there's some Forex thugs that's down into the building. I would love for you guys to call in and we could talk about it. 90% that get involved don't make no money. They lose money, okay? And you guys want to talk about delusion. You guys want to sit and talk all day about delusion, all right? Then let's talk about delusion. I think it is as delusional to look at that 90% of people don't make money in Forex. That's as delusional. May not be as delusional, but it's on the line of being as delusional than being a 35-year-old single mother, all right? Looking at Russell Wilson, Ciara, and thinking that that's your future. It's almost as delusional. Probably not as delusional because there's more than 10% of 35-year-old, single-year-old mothers that's going to actually find a Russell Wilson. But anyway, I digress. It's on the same level. I think you understand the analogy. Shout out to all the super chats that's coming in. Shout out to Logical Faith. That thumbnail is epic. Probably is going to how. Sorry, this is super small. Give me a second. The thumbnail is epic. That is probably how you're going to look when you're like 60, teaching your young grandkids about the dangers of simping. You already know what it is, my G. You already know what it is. All right? But we got to be able to talk about it because I feel like I was putting that information out there because there's so many young men that I see that have a particular goal in mind and they get swayed because their homie is like, yo, you haven't heard about da-da-da-da-da-da. Yo, bro, you gotta understand. I got my cousin's mother's uncle just made such and such amount of money. Oh, really? They did. Okay, they did. All right. But you gotta bring people back to, because it's almost as if there's so many of us that have forgotten or maybe not even learned like the power of compound interest, right? The power of delayed gratification. And here's the thing. My goal of that video was not to say, don't ever do it. Don't ever invest in it. What was I saying? I said, there's a time and a place. There is a time and a place. I said that from Jump Street. Going back to what I was talking about, there's the revenue part. There's bringing more money in and developing yourself, developing your mindset at whatever it is that you do. But then there's the cost perspective as well. All right. What are you doing to be able to budget an appropriate amount to make sure that you're not going up in the amount that you are spending? Okay, that you're not wasting money on unnecessary things. What are you doing in order to be able to ensure that? And within that cost equation, what did I talk about? I talked about building an emergency fund. I talked about paying off all of your debt, but while still utilizing taxable investment accounts or some of the free money from a 401k or a 403b that your employer might be giving you. But once you're done paying off of the debt, right, then going all in, build up your mutual funds, your ETFs, or go in based on an index fund. But to do that from a conservative nature where you're making sure that your foundation is large. And then once you have disposable income, then you have money where you don't care if you lose it or not, right? And then at that portion, that's when I think that you have some play money from a Forex perspective where you can build up some side income, or for some Bitcoin, or for some Bitcoins or some cryptocurrencies. Because at the end of the day, if 90% of people lose money when going into Forex, when, I don't know the numbers on a Bitcoin, it's too early to tell, but a substantial amount of people lose money going in on Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, especially the altcoins. Oh my God, people are losing their shirts on altcoins. If people are doing that, okay, if you know that this is going on, and you're doing that before you reach to the step where you have money that you can burn. I'm talking, you put the suitcase of the money that you invest in the Forex, and instead of investing it into, not the Forex, in the Bitcoin, instead of investing in the Bitcoin, you take that money, you go to your nearest bridge, and you throw it off of the bridge, and you don't even bat an eye. That's the type of disposable income that I'm talking about. Until you have that, right? You take a look at your entire portfolio and you're saying, Bitcoin's looking super volatile. I'm going to invest 1% of my portfolio and just go take a look at what Bitcoin's doing. Until you're there, I don't think that you should be focused in on it, okay? Because to me, if you take a look at in the title of this video, take blue pill when it comes to women, but red pill when it comes to women, but blue pill when it comes to money. There's so many of you guys that can make an argument against divorce. There's so many, and they take a look at, and they say 50% divorce rate, all right? But then you take a look at Forex, which has a 90% never make money rate, and you're like, oh no, I'm all in on that. You're still a part of the matrix. Yeah, you're still a part of the matrix. You're still in, all right? But I get it to a degree. I get it to a degree because when people come in with these ideas of grandeur, right, and they place them on you, and you look at all these internet videos and you see gurus that are selling courses, and you look at their lifestyle on an Instagram, you're like, shit, I just want that lifestyle. Whatever it is that they do, I gotta be able to do that shit. If they could do it, I can do it too. That's what we're talking about here today. I want everybody who doesn't agree with me to hop down below, StreamYard link. Let me post this bitch again. Hold on. Let me post this shit again. I want to hear only from dissenting views. If you do not have a dissenting view and you manage to get up here and you don't, I have to say goodbye to you. This is no longer the 6-hour live streams that we used to do. This is now a show, okay? This is now a show. Shout out to everybody. Afi kicked them in the building. Respect Patreon gang. You were savage for the topic. Shout out to Afi. Afi, let me tell you something real quick. Just me to you. Like, there's no one else in the chat. That one live stream that you did, I swear I've shown it. I've had a couple of ladies over here, and like when we start talking about, YouTube, I'm just like, yo, my bro Afi Kingdom, he released this one stream, and the tears that I had coming down my eyes, I literally have it saved to its own playlist, bro, and I play it for everybody. I play it for everybody. If you still see views going up in that live stream from I was probably like a month and a half ago. It's all me, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all me. I know how the YouTube algorithm treats us. You know what I'm saying? But if you see the numbers going up, bro, it's saved to my playlist. I show everybody. Shout out to Afi. O'Shea in the building. I see you, my G Patreon gang in the building. James Turner, young brother, I want to keep the support coming as you're in the forefront of this fight. Here's a sensu bean. Shout out to James Turner in the building. I appreciate that. You already know. every Dragon Ball Z reference. Listen, I'm about to mod you, you know? Dragon Ball Z references get the mod. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Dio Trice. Statistically, there have only been 6 days that you have lost money in Bitcoin for the last 12 years, sir. I'll just sit this right here. Thanks, paid for by BTC. Hey, Dio. Come on. Come on. You see the link? Dio, you see the link? Come through. Let's talk about it. Dio, if you want to back that up, you see the link. Come through, brother. All right? Let's talk about it. All right? Let me see. Do a reaction. Listen, bro, I couldn't make it through the reaction. I would just be laughing. I can't make it, bro. Literally, I replayed that shit. I replayed that. You know what? I might just do a reaction. Fuck it. Because it's just so goddamn funny. All right, Avi. I appreciate that, my G. L Boogie in the building. Cook ass on 100K. Keep doing the financial shows. We love the relationship content, but ultimately the finance game is what matters long term. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, L Boogie. Hold up. I've been disrespecting my air horn. I appreciate the love, the support, and the respect. All right? All right, let me go back down to the bottom of the chat. All right, guys, listen. I've laid out my premise. Okay, I see you guys down up in there. I've laid out my premise. I want you guys to help me think through this, because at the end of the day, maybe I don't know everything. You know, I'm not saying I'm an absolute expert on everything, but I'm not an absolute expert on everything. But I've laid out my premise. I've laid out my rationale. All right? Focus and invest on yourself. Let me give you guys a brief example real quick, too. Myself, I mean, shit. Let's talk about it real quick, and I think it's apropos, SAT word, I think it's apropos to talk about this on just getting 100K. If you were to look at my videos 3 years ago, I sucked. I was so bad. Most of those videos are actually private now. You understand what I'm saying? But like, I sucked. But what did I do? I invested on myself. I improved my skill set. I put time aside to improve being in front of a camera, being able to live stream, tag in a video, how to upload a video, the actual physical devices, the lighting, the different monitors, the camera, the quality. I am taking the money and I am investing it in what I'm trying to do, into my mind. Right, like spending the time looking up the tutorials of Photoshop and how to take a photo, right? Like all of these different things, right? The countless hours looking at how other content creators do it. I am investing from a money and a time perspective to improving to eventually get to 100K subscribers. And I've been working on this shit, right? Even prior to that, when, and I'm still in corporate America, but like the education that I got to get there, right? In order to make 6 figures when I was in my mid-20s, right? You understand what I'm saying? I focused in on my education to do that. It was a step-by-step process that was calculated. It was calculated. I took calculated risk because I had a goal. I had a strategic imperative. I had a vision of where I saw myself in the future. I had a vision of where I saw myself in the future, and all I did is I made that goal, and I drew my steps backwards. Then I had another goal. YouTube was another goal. Then I drew my steps backwards, right? And I made it into bite-sized chunks. I didn't try to boil the entire YouTube ocean. I wasn't trying to be a PewDiePie when I first got in here. But you take bite-sized steps of investing your time and your money into yourself in order to create things that you couldn't before. So you're telling me all of that time, if I went in and took all of this money and all this time and put it into someone else's intangible coin, I would have had more value for myself? Shit, let me use another example. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. If you ever look at a Kevin Samuels video, he might have hit him by now. If you ever look at a Kevin Samuels video from like 3 years ago, he was completely different. He was not the Kevin Samuels that you see today in front of a camera. He's not even close. I mean, watching it was like damn near like, bro, you shouldn't be in front of a camera at all. You shouldn't be in front of a camera at all. But what did he do? He went 10 toes deep. He invested in himself. He invested in his business. That's what he did. And now look at him today. He's killing the game. He's killing the game. Would he have gotten there if he took all of that time and money and invested in all these other things that have nothing to do with him as a human being? No. Could he have done it a little bit at the same time? Yes, I think that you could. Because at the time that he probably went in on YouTube, he's probably already debt free. He's probably already, he don't got to do the YouTube. He was probably already doing his thing. You understand what I'm saying? But he had his purpose that he wanted in mind. He probably envisioned this shit for years. So what did he do? He invested in himself. There's a lot of you guys that want to run the race of life as if it's a sprint and it's a marathon. Life is a marathon. It is not a sprint. Stop trying to skip steps. All right, I probably got some other shit that I wanted to talk about, but it'll come up probably in a conversation or two. First to the stage. Let me make sure that I haven't actually brought anyone on in a long time. Hopefully the audio is going to be okay. First to the stage, Crypto with Linnell. What's good, brother?
Hello, hello. How you doing today?
Hey, bro, listen real quick. Is there a like a double voice happening?
On my end, a little bit.
All right, hold on. Jesus. We put in the headphones. Hold on. All right. Because I don't want no excuses. I don't want to miss out on hearing anything. I don't want to miss out. What's good though, brother? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. First of all, thank you for having me on the panel. Congratulations on the 100K.
Thank you, sir.
It's a long road. I know you happy. I know you were smiling from ear to ear when it happened.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I went back to work the very next day.
All right.
What's good though, brother? What is your dissenting view from what I have been saying?
All right. So about the crypto video, I agree with investing and everything. The only disagreement I had was with when you said don't invest right now. What in Bitcoin / cryptocurrency right now?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not saying that people should go all in or treat crypto or Bitcoin as a panacea to all their problems. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is it's still fine to invest a little bit by bit, every week, every bi-weekly, monthly, etc., while still doing the things you need to do to improve yourself. I don't agree with
Linnell. Can I call you Linnell?
Sure,
Is it Lionel or Linnell?
Actually, it's both. It's both.
Okay, it's both. So Linnell, let me give you the use case of the typical person who probably watches my stream. Okay. $40,000 to $50,000 per year and $20,000 to $50,000 in debt. Would you suggest that this, and if you were to suggest, how much money should they be investing per month?
If they make $50,000 a year, that's around what, $4,500 a month.
After taxes.
50 after taxes?
No, like before taxes, but you're saying 45 per month with taxes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And he's $50,000 in debt, like $40,000 to $50,000 in debt. How much money do you think that he should be investing?
Well, obviously, they're not going to invest a couple $1,000s a month into crypto or speculative asset. So,
well, obviously not. But there's men on this channel and men that have been watching that video that are in the exact same position. So if your position is yes, they should be investing. How much if that is the typical American, the median salary with the medium amount of debt? How much should that person be investing?
Okay, so with saying this, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, but I would say the common answer is what you can, how much you can, what you feel comfortable with. You have to understand.
I need a dollar amount, brother. I need a dollar amount.
I'll say $200.
$200.
Yes.
So in a year, that person would have
$2,400 invested in crypto.
Okay. So if they invested at $30,000, what do you estimate that the market will do over the next year?
I'll go with what these analysts have been saying. I'll go by their numbers, and it reached 100K.
Okay. So let's say it reaches 100K, and there's other analysts that say it's going to go back to 20. So that's the first thing that I wanted to say. So if it reaches 100K, and he invested, within that time, 2,400, how much is of a gain is that?
From That
From
is
from like right now, what is it, like 35 right now?
about 35.
So
So
what, he's gonna 2.5 exit?
yeah, 2.5, 3x.
So he's gonna take that 2,400, and the thing is like you don't know what it's gonna be doing throughout the year. So there's some portions he's gonna invest at 35,000. There's some portions he's gonna invest at 45,000. There's some portions he's gonna invest at 60,000, so forth and so on. So it's really not 2.5x. It's probably gonna be about 1.3x. So he's gonna take, and this is if it goes up, right? So he's going to take that 2,400 and maybe go up to about 4,000.
Hmm.
Okay.
I agree. I agree.
No, you there?
Yeah,
35, between 3,500 and 4,000. Okay. Within that time, he's also going to be generating his time towards watching the markets. Yes.
true.
Let's say also in that time, he had the ability to go into another certification course. Now, what do you think is the average amount that people make when they gain another degree or get another certification within a given? And let's go from something like, I don't know. I just got so like last year, one of the things I did, I work in digital. I got a certification called Certified Scrum Product Owner. Okay. For someone like me, if I didn't have the certification before versus when I have the certification, I can command 20% more money.
Hmm.
And that's year over year, irrespective of what a market is doing of an intangible coin. So if the market does go to 100,000, which we don't know what it is, but I can guarantee to you that you will make 20% extra money year over year. Which advice would you give to that brother?
Obviously, yeah, go for the certification.
That's my point, though, Linnell.
Now, mind you, I'm not saying do not improve yourself or do not go for certification. I'm just saying, yes, do that, improve yourself, do what you need to do to make your life better now and in the future, but also put a little to the side and invest.
Here's the thing. I can't, and I appreciate you coming on, brother, and I appreciate you helping me prove what it is that I'm saying. Here's the thing. I can no longer give advice to young men that helps them waffle in their decisions, because one of the things that I asked you, I said, how much should he invest, and one of the things you said, what he can, and I can't do that, right? Like we have to stop allowing non-data answers to things. You know, I use data to assess a lot of different things. I use analytics to assess a lot of different things. And what is the thing that I talked about in the video? It's ROI. It's your return on your investment. If you can have a guaranteed return on your investment, 20,000 per year, year over year, versus an investment of speculation in the market, which would you rather go in on? And it sounds like you agree with me.
Yeah, the guaranteed the bird in the hand is better than one in the bush.
And that was my point, brother. That was my point, especially when you're building up your foundation. Now, if you got parents that are rich and you won't be homeless, right? Like if your crypto shit don't work out, then you have other options.
Right, and that's also why I said when I got on, I steer clear against people who use it as a panacea because it's not a panacea. If you want to use it as a panacea, it should have been when 10 months ago when it was at $4,000 or even prior then.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't advocate people using it as a panacea. What I'm trying to say, and I do agree with you, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying not to cause any dissent here, is yeah, if a person has some money left over and they're improving themselves or they're taking those steps to become the better version of themselves as they can be, then me personally, I would put a few dollars to the side into cryptocurrency or
Yeah.
any asset in general.
Yeah, and that's fine. But so let me just comment real quick is that I think that words matter. If you say a few dollars aside, well, how much? And when I give you that one example, I mean, unless if you want to give me another example, we can go back and forth on that. But when I give you that example, which is the typical 20-year-old that's coming out of college, 21, 22-year-old that's coming out of college, and he makes a good income coming out of college, making $50,000 a year. When I came out, I was making 46, all right, in a low cost of living city, which was great, you know, in the mid 2000s. You understand what I'm saying? So if that is the reality, and knowing that for most that is the average medium income for 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, right? So I was being generous, and I'm also being generous thinking that it's going to go to 100K. I don't know. Because shit, I was around the last run and I
Yeah,
went in heavy. You understand
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I'm trying to get young brothers out of their emotionally, oh, yo, you gotta go in because look at cripple, look at this. And I remember one comment that was like, yo, imagine if I listened to MTR's video 7 years ago. And they're now, which is ridiculous to me, like how you can use a logic of a video that I released in 2021 about 7 years ago. And if I released this video 7 years ago, what would I have done? To me, that's ridiculous because I released the video in 2021. I didn't release it 7 years ago. So, but they were like, what if 7 years ago, well, bro, we're not living 7 years ago. We're living today. And today it's at $35,000. And if you want to put this $5,000 to go in and you think it's going to go up to 100,000, then, all to you. And even if it does go up to 100,000, even if it does, you're no closer to your purpose than when you started. And we talk so much on this channel about your purpose. Now, your name is Crypto with Linnell, so it's probably a part of your purpose. So you're different. You're different, brother. But the majority of brothers that are getting the Bitcoin, that are getting the crypto information, it is not their purpose. The majority of brothers that are getting the Forex information, it is not their purpose. They
Uh,
want to make money.
Forex. I'm a technical analyst, and I do trade Forex. I'm not a day trader. It seems like every time someone say, "Oh, I trade Forex," or I mention to someone I trade Forex, they automatically think day trader. I'm not a day trader. I'm a swing trader,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a technical analyst. And I do agree. I do agree that people jump into Forex looking at the lifestyle, looking at the Lamborghinis, the people
Because
driving.
those gurus, bro, those gurus are
Yeah,
damaging as hell. They convincing.
and not they. Oh my God, they are. But they don't understand that you need a mentor, someone to mentor you and talk you off that ledge when you make these dumb mistakes.
Yeah.
Because losing money in trading is part and parcel of the career.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you on that one. So that's all I had.
Crypto with Linnell, I appreciate you 1,000% for coming up here, and I appreciate your thoughts, brother. All right?
All right, thank you. Congratulations again, and catch you on the next one.
Thank you, bro. Next to the stage, Mido. What's good, bro? How are you?
Good evening, good afternoon.
What's good, bro? How are you? All
I'm
right.
doing good.
We got to hear dissenting views.
All right, I'm having, first off, this is my first live stream with you, and I've been here when you were at
Bro, if you could talk
70K.
if you could talk closer to the microphone, it's hard to hear you.
Oh, sorry. Is it better now?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So I'm not. I have a disagreement actually. You said that Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is going through the moon, and people should be investing in it not now, later on when they start
No.
building their self.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Wait. I don't know if I heard you correctly. What I think I heard you said is that Bitcoin is going to the moon.
No, I
Okay,
heard
go
you
ahead. I'm sorry.
said.
Go ahead.
Okay, I heard you said that Bitcoin is going far off, like in the future, and it's the
I don't
future.
know. No, I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying I
Yeah.
invested. I put $15,000 in a couple of years ago. I don't know. I hope it does, and I'm biased because I did put money in, but I have no idea. But continue.
All right. So my story is a bit personal because my dad already invested in stock market years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We lost a lot of money, and for me personally, it's not a safe way because it's all online. It's all regenerated.
Mm-hmm.
As you said yourself, the first basis of trade is about of financials is about trading. You trade your skill versus then you trade with cash or you pay with cash, then it's crypto. Now, about uh, half of the world doesn't know about cryptocurrency. I'm from the Middle East, and in Egypt, Syria, Iraq, Kuwait, nobody knows about crypto. So these countries trade with cash, and it's more trustful that way. What if happened to be online collapse or something with computers issues where we know everything goes down? Now you pay with your physical money to invest in this money that is elsewhere. I'm not dissing it, but to me, it's not a safe way to put all hope in it for younger
Bro, it sounds
people.
like you agree with me. I mean, it sounds like you. It sounds like we have the same views. I never said put all your money in Bitcoin. I
No,
get you.
no. I thought you said it's going great in the future, or
No, I said
you
I hope it does.
speculated. You
No, I said I
speculate
hope it
that,
does.
yeah, yeah.
No, I said I hope it does. I don't know where it's going to go. I mean, we just had someone up here that said that they think it's going to be 100K by the end of the year, and it's all speculation. It's all made up. Like no one knows. And here's why: is because there's a major difference between investing into a stock market and then putting money into crypto. Investing into the stock market, you're buying portions or shares of a company because you see what they're doing, you see what they're releasing, you have faith and belief in where they're going, and you think the value of the company is going to increase. Crypto is you put money somewhere and I just hope it's going to go up. Now, I think in the next several years it will go up. I have no idea if it does, but I put my shit money into Bitcoin. I don't put it into a luggage, throw it off of a bridge, and I don't even lose sleep into Bitcoin. That's what I did. But because I'm there, I've had no debt for over a half decade. You understand what I'm saying? I'm about to pay off my mortgage this year, 2021. So I have shit money. I have shit money. You see what I'm saying? So, but thank you so much, Mito. I appreciate your thoughts. It seems like we agreed at the end of the day.
But there is also one thing that
All
I
right.
can have
I
a
need
hard time with.
10 seconds, bro.
10 seconds. You said that university investing in yourself and in university is great, but what kind of college that a person should be investing in? Like, it's not very reliable. Some jobs are not as high paid or are not as people would have thought it would pay off later.
Uh, yeah, that's fine. Well, that's a whole nother discussion.
Okay, okay,
No,
okay.
it's a whole nother discussion, but let me just briefly just hit on it. There's a problem within our education system. The problem is that we allow 17-year-olds to make decisions on what they want to do for the rest of their life. And we charge them exorbitant fees for that. I don't agree with that. At the same time, we are not communicating how important that it is that you decide at 15, 16, 17 years old what you want to do for the rest of your life. And we're not giving them the appropriate resources in order to figure it out. That's my problem. See, me, I went on the education system and it came back tenfold, over tenfold, because I knew who I was, I knew what I wanted to do, and I followed an education path. All right, just make sure he wasn't gonna do no crazy shit. And I followed an education path, which I was able to make a lot of money off of. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're complaining to me what your school loans are, but you're an art history major, there's a problem there. All right. Anyway, Mito, I appreciate your thoughts, my G. All right.
Thanks.
Feel free to call back anytime. I appreciate you. All right. Next, wait, hold up. I saw some super chats come through. Hold on. I'm Leo Calm. That took me a second. MTR, that's false. There are utility coins that are backed by products. Up your knowledge. Utility coin. You mean altcoins? What? M Leo Cobb, call in. Listen, call in. Call in. Let's talk about it. All right? Let's talk about it. All right? Up your knowledge. Do your research. Let's talk about it. Call in. All right? Call in. Let's have a conversation about your utility coins. All right? Let's have a conversation. No longer, no, this ain't the comment section of my video where you can leave some shit like that and then go ghost with your knowledge. Let's talk about it. Come up here, man to man, face to face. That's how I like to do it. Let me leave a link down in here. Because if you leave a comment like that, if you leave and that's a super chat, you leave a super chat like that and you want to come and talk about it, it don't mean shit. That's the link. Come through. All right? Let's continue to talk about it. Shout out to Dio Trice. Had to change machines. Please put the link back up. I just put the link back up, bro. All right, let's keep going. Next to the stage. Oh, Aku in the building. What's good, bro?
Greetings, everyone.
What's good,
MTR,
bro? What's up, bro?
first, yeah, Leo does have a point for the utility coins, but they're, as you said, they're altcoins. But I'm not even going to get into that with you today. Forex.
Uh-oh. Let's talk about it. 90% of y'all lose money, but let's continue.
All right.
Come
Before that, give everybody your context. State your point. State where you stand on this before I start.
I already started, motherfucker. What you mean?
All right. Good. So that's it. That's it.
What you mean?
Good. All right.
I'm gonna restate my point. I'm gonna restate my point just to make sure that we are not confused going into the conversation.
Good.
Okay. Here's what I'm saying. Okay. Hold on. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna need to go to refill real quick. All right. I'm gonna state my point and then I'm gonna get a refill. Okay. I think there's a time and a place for everything. I think that there's a time and a place where you should be investing your disposable income into more riskier avenues. I think there's a time and a place. The majority of the men that follow this channel, come from the analytics that I look at on my YouTube dashboard, are not there yet. It's like you ever you look at a staircase and there's usually like 12 steps on a staircase in a house or something like that. It's like they're taking their legs and they're trying to get up to the 12th step. Or they're not ready for it yet. Okay. There's a time and a place. And here's my second point. Let me re-rationalize this. I think that going into a market where 90% of the people are not making money is more ridiculous than getting married. When 50% of the marriages end in divorce. And we can't call ourselves red pill when it comes to understanding nature, and then from a financial perspective can't see the forest beyond the trees. So are we just gonna act like we're gonna lead with logic when it comes to women, but emotion when it comes to money? Those are my positions.
That's fair. Okay, so let's start. Based on my premise, why do 90% of people fail in Forex?
Wait, you said based off of your purpose?
No, no, not. Let's start with this premise. Why do 90% of people fail in Forex?
Answer for me.
They don't have the basic training, the skill set, the mindset, and the technical analysis is lacking.
And
for
this is the majority of people that come into my comment section, but continue.
Yep. So when you step into something as volatile as Forex, without any knowledge, without any technical analysis, based purely on emotion, I feel it's gonna go up. I feel it's gonna go down.
Well, they fear missing out.
Yes, you are automatically going to fail. So here's my small disagreement with you.
Come on, brother.
Let's put the asterisk on your statement. Conditions apply. Without technical analysis, without proper training, without the proper mindset, you will fail. You will lose money.
And I think with all that stuff, you will fail most of the time anyway.
Yes, because you have to make whatever you're learning your own. You have to build your skill set to a level where after a time, no matter what you're learning, if you're riding a bicycle, you're going to fall off. When you're learning, especially where I'm from, the first thing my father told me when I was learning to ride a bicycle, you're going to fall. That's the first thing I also say to anybody who's doing Forex. You're going to lose money.
So I agree with you, bro. You will start to lose money if you try to ride that bike. You got to take that risk. All right, you got to take that risk. So you learn how to ride a bicycle, but guess what? You're 5, right? young men are making decisions in their early 20s, and women, I mean, shit, are making decisions in their early 20s where you can't make the mistake of falling off of your proverbial bicycle. You can't. There's no room for error. There's none. There's no room for error. This is the most important time in your life. You are creating who you will be. You are creating who you will be into the future. And if you try to step from floor 1 to floor 12,
Before 12.
right, like before you need to get there, and you go in and $500, Forex course, you're looking at the guru because you want to get to that level up there. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your money, right? So my thing is like, well, at what odds? Or what is the risk of failure, right? Because I think failure should be calculated. It should be controlled, right? Like you fail, but you know what happens once you fail. You understand? Right? Like it should be in a controlled environment. You should have calculated risks that you are taking in order to establish who you are. And I have the data, the facts, and my lifestyle as a receipt to prove that the way that I think, right, and the things that I have done will get you to financial independence way far beyond what the Social Security retirement age is. Now, it's not to say you can't go into Forex and make money. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, brother. I think we agree there. I think
Yes, we do. We do.
I think that you can, if you are in the 10% of geniuses that it's their purpose. So you're telling me the majority of people that come down into my comment section and they talk about Bitcoin, they talk about Forex, and I had one comment, I remember this specifically, shit, MTR about to talk y'all out of millions. Right, like, and I look at comments like that, I'm like, you really think you can be a millionaire off of this shit? Right, like, no. But if you focus in on developing your talents, your skill set, to a factor where people will want to pay for it, right? An employer wants to pay for it. If you have your own business and your business wants to pay for it, then you can be, especially the business shit. Because then you don't have to deal within the confines of a boss and someone else determining how much you get paid in a calendar year. Anyway, bro, I'm gonna make sure I'm hitting on your points, all right?
No problem, man. I'm here. I really agree with what you're saying because, but as I said, apply the conditions. Apply the asterisks.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying in my disagreement with you. Just apply the asterisks. Technical analysis, logical thinking, and proper training.
Yeah.
And I'd even go back to the question you asked Lionel. The person making $50,000 a year. That's $4,500 a month before tax. The most that person should be trading with on Forex is $40 a month, 1% at most. You try that, you make your learning curve, you practice with that. With my training, 6 months, demo account, 6 months, no live trading.
Yep.
You get your practice, you get your skill set up, you get your mindset up, and even then, prepare to fail.
Prepare to fail. I think those are fantastic words, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you just quantified, right? Like, and I think that is important, right? When you're thinking about getting into, not only should you be simulating in order to understand if it would have worked, but once you get in minimally. Because at the end of the day, you cannot make emotional financial decisions if you're playing with rent money. If you're playing with rent money, you will make emotional financial decisions. You will make it. But if you playing with, I can put it in a briefcase and chuck it into a lion's den money, right? Like you can utilize that within whatever it is that you're trying to get into, then you will make more logical decisions, and it won't be based off of fear. It won't be based off of seeing that green line turn red for a couple of days. It won't be based off of any of that shit. But Aku, you still got to be real. Even if you know the technical analysis, even if you have a mentor, even if you do all of this shit, there's still a likelihood that you'll lose money. There's still a likelihood.
There is, but that's with everything. But that is everything in life, my friend.
It's with
You
everything, but let's quantify everything, right? Like if you had a decision to go in on Forex or you had a decision to go in on a property, right? They all have inherent risk values associated with them. They all have
yes.
ROIs, they all have payback periods, and they have risk values associated with them. Okay?
Mm,
That's everything in life, has all of those things. Everything.
yes.
That's like everything. And the more that we do not allow ourselves to properly quantify the decisions that we are making in our life, then we have no North Star, right? We have nothing
True.
that we're trying to, right? Because then you over here thinking about crypto when someone comes up to you like, yo, Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, yo, this new altcoin called bullshit coin. Yo, you got to understand, I know it's called bullshit coin, but it's just going to go to the moon because it's got some utility. It's got some products that they try to put in behind it, which most of that shit is bullshit. Leo Cam, what's good? Call in, bro. Let's talk about it because I'm going to eat you alive, brother. I'm going to eat you alive.
Don't shoot the man. The man has
Dog,
that amount of knowledge. The
dog. Oh,
utility
he's
coins,
got the knowledge.
the new utility coins exist, and they have the potential
Sure.
to do that.
Yeah,
So
okay.
just as you said, risk cost analysis is important. If I'm going
Absolutely.
into a property, you need to know where it is, what's the potential, what's its foundation like, how long is this house gonna last without maintenance, all of that, homeowners fees, housing laws, all of that.
Oh, was that Leo? Was that Leo on Patreon that said that?
No, no, not only. You crazy? No,
Leo want the
no.
smoke. What's up, November? How are you, bro? Patreon in the building.
Oh,
See? Is Leo on a different account?
ah,
Shit.
snap.
All right,
All
listen,
right,
Aku,
all
I
right.
appreciate your
Yeah,
time
let
out
me
here,
out.
bro.
Let Leo in. Let me out.
Yeah, where Leo at? Yeah. All right, bro. I appreciate you. We're gonna
All right,
chop it
man.
up in the
Thanks.
Discord after this, bro. All right.
All right.
Peace, brother. Next to the stage, Muhammad. What's good, brother?
MTR, how are you doing, man?
Hey, Muhammad, just real quick, if you can just give me a quick second, bro. If you can just like hum and say hello to everybody. Hold on.
What's going on, guys? How are you doing? I'm coming live from Canada, so things are a little bit different up here, but a lot of things are the same. I'm here to talk about crypto, forex, stocks, and opportunity costs, which is MTR talks about a lot indirectly and directly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so first I'd like to start with crypto. So like a lot of the things that you said, so it's highly speculative. I agree, goes up and goes down. Even if anybody's been tracking Ethereum and Bitcoin recently, it's been going up 15, 25, 30%, going down right after.
Yep.
So it's very volatile. I personally believe it will go up. I have some inhibitions when it comes to the other coins because in this market, Bitcoin is the market leader. They're the whale, so they'll enjoy the large portion of the profits and the gains.
Hey, Muhammad, real quick, do you disagree with me on anything?
A little bit, right?
Okay, well,
So,
what do you disagree with me on?
I disagree with you when it comes to when you're talking about opportunity cost.
Okay.
So I agree that working on your own skills and developing your own skill sets is important, especially when you consider getting some sort of certification that could provide you additional income year over year. But what I'd say is I think that we should also recommend young brothers to invest in the stock market because, like you said, the demographic of this channel is like my age, 25, 26 and whatnot.
Bro, we agree. I said that on my channel. Here was my equation. Did you look at my Bitcoin video?
I watched that video.
So here's what I said. There's a revenue component of increasing your skill set, but then there's a cost component. And you should budget to do what? Get an emergency fund, pay off debt, and at the same time that you're paying off debt, take advantage of 401ks. Take advantage of taxable investment accounts, IRAs, to Roths. I've always said that from Jump Street, and that's getting into the stock market, right? Then after that, you can get into, index funds, ETFs, mutual funds, and maximize those if you want to, or you could take a subset, go to real estate, more riskier things, real estate, Shit, you can then go into Bitcoin or Forex if you haven't. So it sounds like we agree, because I never said don't do it at all. Shit,
Yeah,
I'm
for
all
sure.
in this.
For sure.
I'm all
Yeah,
invested.
yeah.
I'm
No.
all in, bro. But
But
I'm saying be conservative when you're in your 20s building your base. There's a time and a place for disposable income that you don't care about to do trading with. Shit, if you want to be a day trader, if you get money that I keep saying like is the shit money, right? Like the extra, and you want to day trade on that shit, you can do that because you have the opportunity to. But there's so many young people that want to go in when they are not ready. All right, just like I talked about before, they're on step 1 and they want to just hop, skip, and jump to step 12, but they're not there yet, right? They have not practiced enough delayed gratification to then be there. They haven't built up a base yet, is what I'm trying to say.
okay, so so we both agree setting up the emergency fund, but after that, I think that people should invest 10% of their net income into the stock market. What do you think about that?
After emergency fund?
Yes, after you establish the emergency fund, being able to cover your monthly expenses.
I think
Okay.
you should pay off debt. I think you should pay off a debt. I think interest rates working against you is one of the worst things Satan created. I think it's one of the worst. I think credit, all of that shit, interest. I think it's one of the worst things, right? But I think you should be focused in budgeting and minimalizing your expenses in your life to pay off your debt. But at the same time, oh shit, let me unpin this comment. Great comments. Hold on, let me unpin this. But at the same time, if you could take advantage of your company match, then yes, get up to that, maximize that company match. I think you absolutely should.
Okay.
It
Because
don't sound like we disagree, bro.
No, not at all. Because I'm in Canada, right? So besides like the company stock option and whatnot, we have a TFSA account. So pretty much you can take your net income and invest that into the stock market, and that shields you from taxes completely, except for international dividends. So I recommend people on this side to invest into the stock market. And when it comes to opportunity cost, let's say they don't necessarily have the time to research and be active investors, I recommend looking into ETFs, index funds, and so you can enjoy the gains in the market year over year while saving time.
You have not disagreed with anything that I have said. but listen, I thank you so much for your time, bro. This is the cookout. This is the smoke show. I need disagreements.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. All right.
All right, bro. All right.
Take
Peace,
it easy.
bro. All right, next to the stage, Dio Trice. I told
happening?
You so. What's good, bro?
What's good with you, Playboy? Everything's good over here.
Wait, he's got the I told you so.
Already.
Bitcoin shirt.
Already,
on,
and it's old. It's old. It's got holes and stuff in it, man. I've been trying to tell him a long time.
Listen, bro, I'm ready for the cookout. All right, I'm ready for the smoke show. What's good?
Well, I'm not trying to cook you, bro. I'm just trying to teach.
All right, I gotta hear some disagreements. I gotta hear some dissenting views. What's good, bro?
Well, the dissenting views, I guess it comes with education. Bottom line, the only reason why my views are as strong as they are is because I have gone 10 toes completely deep in this thing, and I have a semi story to tell as well. Bottom line, I'm one of those guys that was all in the deep web and stuff back 2010, 2010, 2011. And I had like 22 Bitcoin, paid like 25 cents a piece for them, just playing around, you know. I was like 31 years old, wasn't really paying attention. I knew about investing. I think I was just thinking about buying some stock at that time. But for the most part, I was playing around. I was single. I had 2 pit bulls living in the house, man. I mean, I was a totally different person. And make a long story short, gave a couple of them away to some people, man, and I think I gambled the rest of them away on Satoshi Dice. It was an old game back in the day that you could play on and gamble with Bitcoin. And I mean, it was crazy. This was back when, well, you know, just to be technical, when Bitcoin was producing 50 Bitcoin every 10 minutes, you know, and so there were a lot of Bitcoin around. And well, actually, it was before then, actually, when I first started. But anyways, to make a long story short, I forgot about it. And I looked back up in, you know, early 2017, and I heard the story that Bitcoin had gone over $1,000 again. And I said, what time? Hold on. And I basically went down a rabbit hole for about a good 3 months. This was like December 2016, actually, when I first heard, and I just kind of went down a rabbit hole for about 3 months or so. And I started back buying in at $1,300. Bro, and I've pretty much been in ever since. And when I say I'm all the way in, I'm an IT dude, you know, and I've been in IT for 20 years. So I made a promise to myself. You got to understand, I'm one of those dudes. I was on Netflix in 2006. I knew about Google. I was on Amazon when it first came out. I knew about all this. I watched 9/11 online. You feel me? You know,
how much money have you made today?
I'll say it like this: I got a couple of nest eggs set aside.
But give me some directionally correct numbers, my brother. Are we talking 100,000? Are we talking seven figures?
Okay. All right. Let's be honest. When I first started putting back in, I didn't have much money. I started with a couple $100, and I just pretty much was putting as much as my little, you know, 50, 60, 20, $30 here and there. And I also went off into the deep end on altcoins, and I, you know, on and on. Make a long story short, it was a learning curve, and I paid for that learning curve. And through that, one thing I have to say, I kept my Bitcoin.
Yeah, but
out of all the Bitcoin that I've had so far since 2017, what?
So here as I hear you, there's a couple of things that I'm hearing from you.
Okay.
Like I'm hearing, like when you were telling your story about how you started gambling away and shitting away your Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, well,
it made me feel like a chick talking about you know, I shitted away all of my relationships of good guys back in the day, and I'm trying to get, and I'm over here and I'm calling them back years later, and they're not paying me no mind. Like that's what I first started to think about. I'm like, damn, this nigga's is in his feelings with the Bitcoin because he wishes that he kept them shits and didn't gamble them shits away. That's what I first started to hear, brother.
Well, the thing is, as technical as I like to believe I am, right? I did not go and do the initial research on Bitcoin.
You sound like
I was just playing with it, like we called it magic internet money, bro.
All right,
it was magic internet money. Bottom line, I was playing with, and I didn't.
You shouldn't have gave away what you had.
Well, but see, but I didn't know about the intrinsic value of it. Bro, this is what I'm trying to tell you.
But it don't have shit to do with 2021, though.
But see, my journey technically. Mm-hmm. And philosophically started in late 2016, early 2017. Okay. Once I realized what this thing was, what its purpose was, why it was created, you know, and
okay, how about this deal?
This is the savings account in the middle of cyberspace, man. Telling you.
How much money have you made? Give me a directionally correct number.
I'll say five figures. I'll say five figures from roughly $1,600, man.
Okay.
Within 3 years. Now that shit wasn't easy. Now
hold up, real quick, brother.
And you have to hold.
Hold up,
bottom line,
brother.
Go ahead.
Hold up.
Talk to me, bro.
Real quick.
I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
All right. So from 16, is that wine?
Oh yes, sir.
What type of wine are you drinking? It's classy.
Some bullshit. Don't worry about it. No cap.
Did you buy the wine with Bitcoin?
Oh no. This is just end of day. wind down,
All right. All right. Well, here's the
little
thing.
$20 bottle type stuff.
I've heard. Is my sound low, bro? Can you hear me okay? Or these
I can hear you. I can hear you fine. That's why I got the headphones on.
Listen, everyone who's talking about my sound is low. Shut up.
It is low. It is low a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. All right, don't shut up. All right, I'm gonna turn up my volume.
For sure.
Dio, you should have just told me my sound was low. God damn it. Shit.
It's all good.
Anyway, okay, so you've gone from $1,600 to probably $20,000. Okay, within that time, over the past 3 years, what else could you have invested into that would have made you the same amount of money? Do you think that there's anything that you could have invested into that made the same amount of money year over year? So that means year over year, the past 3 years, you've made what, $8,000 extra? That shit is pennies. And here's my argument. But here's my argument, and we could talk about this emotional story of being a bitter single mother over Bitcoin, and I get it, my G. But at the end of the day, you've made $8,000 year over year, and that's why I'm saying quantify shit. Because there's a lot of, and I'm not talking to you so much as my comment section, as people that's down in it. There's so many people that go in on these these YouTubers or these gurus that either A, set up some kind of catastrophe that's happening into the future and is trying to say, come in right now, because if you don't come in right now, you will lose out. Or B, talking about the used to, shoulda, coulda, woulda days, right? And what I could have invested into at 2010 or something like that, and they're comparing that to right now. To me, that's an emotionally based decision. Why? Because there's a such thing called the sunk cost fallacy. You can't judge, or I'm gonna call it today the sunk investment fallacy. You can't judge your past investments on your future decisions. You cannot do that.
Well, you can't do.
That's emotional investing. You are you're thinking not logically, but you're thinking emotionally of the things that I see in the past is what's going to happen into the future. And it's even more emotional because it's not a stock. It's not based on, like, you invest in Tesla, you're investing into Elon Musk. You're investing into the company that he's building. You're investing into his ideas. You're investing into the technology. If it's Bitcoin, you're investing into other people in other countries. Like, shout out to my man who was just on here from the Middle East. He was saying people don't even know about Bitcoin. You're investing on them, eventually picking up, which I think that they will. And I'm saying this all facetiously because I believe in the technology. I think that it will go up over time. But what I'm saying is what else could you have invested into within the past 3 years that would have made you more than $8,000 per year? Right, which is Scooby snacks, which is not a lot of money. All right,
No. Understand.
You can go get another certification. You can go create a YouTube channel. You can go learn how to do YouTube and way more than that. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want
you're taking a couple of things into account.
Well, hold up. I don't want you to allow the emotions that you feel off of a lost opportunity to judge the decisions that you make into the future. I'm going to hereby call that today the investment cost fallacy. I'm going to call that right here today.
Okay, so let's start off by saying that I do understand the concept of diversifying my assets.
Bro, your camera's locked up.
I know it's crazy. I fix it in the side. I'm trying to get it working now, man. I don't know. But I diversify, man. I own my house, first of all. So I feel you with that. And kudos to you. You're about to pay yours off this year. You know what I'm saying? And welcome to the club. I feel you. Number one. So I do understand you. We are kindred spirits on paying off your debts. Okay. All right, so because it's the only true way of getting ahead and staying ahead. I mean, you take the chains off. Bottom line. Number two. And I also invest in stocks. I mean, I've had Twitter for about 5 years now,
bro.
But here's the deal.
Hold up. Dio,
what I need you to understand, though,
Dio. Quick question. Convince me to invest in stocks. I mean, convince me to invest in Bitcoin. What would you say to me to convince me to invest?
That's where I'm about to go. All right.
Thank you.
So understand that you need to educate yourself, because what you don't understand is this is an entirely new asset class.
Okay.
Period. It's an entirely new asset class. You have stocks. You have look. It acts like a stock because it's a digital version of it. It acts like a currency because it's what it is. Listen to me. There's so many directions I can go with this. This is my first time talking to you. I'm trying to figure out where to.
Hold up, Dio. Just real quick. My brother, my bad. You hold on, bro. What I say at the beginning of the stream, this is a cookout. I need the smoke. I just asked you, place your position. Convince me to get to say I don't know shit about Bitcoin. It's a whole new asset class. Bro, that's just trash.
Right, that's broad.
That's a terrible argument. Hold up, Dio. Just real quick. That is an absolutely terrible argument. It's a whole new asset class, so therefore
let me ask you a question.
Into it.
If you were the average person,
bro, you're not gonna talk over me. All right. I want you to convince me to buy Bitcoin.
I need you to be able to save money for the future. I look at Bitcoin as my retirement plan. Bottom line, I can only tell you how I look at it as for myself.
Okay, it says I think we lost connection. It says device not connected. I don't know what happened to him. Dio, please come back here. I want to hear the bullshit you were about to say. Okay. Shout out to Breezy in the building. Emperor Dusty has arisen. I would like to say F your feelings, get your finances right. Hashtag FOF. Shout out Breezy in the building. Patreon gang in the building. We up here. We up here. This bastard said his retirement is in Bitcoin. Holy moly. Dio, call back, bro. I didn't pull a Samuels on him. He lost connection. You guys already see the link. Throw the link down up there if you see him back in here. Is he drunk? Is that what happened? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, next to the stage, Thomas, what's good, bro? What up, bro? Thomas.
Yo, what's good?
How are you, bro? How are you?
So, I want to talk. Yeah.
I need you to disagree with me. What do you not agree with?
One sec. Let me go to the. All right. So I wanted to talk real estate and equity, and like the advantages.
Wait, why?
Just.
I need you to disagree with me, bro.
Disagree?
What have I said? I made it very clear.
Disagree?
I made it very clear throughout.
Okay, I want to disagree.
I need you
with your position on debt.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think that all debt.
Hold up. What's my position on debt? Say that first, and then
to pay it off. To pay it off before you invest.
I don't say that. I say that you can have debt, but you should also take advantage of investment accounts. I say that.
Okay. You paid off your house, right?
No.
So
I will though.
Like soon?
Well, I know where you're going, Thomas. Yeah, and let me acknowledge this. Yes. I can make more money investing into other things than to paying off my home and the interest rate that's on it. I know that. However, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. However, for the home that I currently live in, MTR is super conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want a no risk way of having a place to stay into perpetuity. That's my only reason. After that, I'm with you. I'm going to probably leverage like a motherfucker, right? And I'm going to go in and I'm going to take advantage of that. But I know where you're going. And I agree with you, but personally, me, MTR, I'm super conservative with my money.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that I have a place to live, irrespective of what happens from an employment perspective. But I know where you're going. But go ahead, brother. Is there anything you disagree with?
On like Bitcoin or Forex, I think it's all kind of trash, to be honest.
Okay. All right. So
Even like,
real estate. I want to hear your points on real estate because I feel like you're going to have a good point. But go ahead, bro.
so real estate, basically anywhere you invest, assuming you have good credit, is going to be like 5x leveraged, right? You're going to put 20% down and you're going to pay off your mortgage over like a 30-year term, or you're going to sell your house or whatever. But
I'm a fan of real estate, by the way. So but
yeah.
Continue.
So like the average national rate in the US at which real estate appreciates has been like 3% historically, with inflation being 2.9%. So it's kind of a hedge against inflation.
Mm-hmm.
But if your investment's 5x leveraged, that's 15% you're making minus the inflation and then minus like property tax and upkeep.
Yep.
The problem then is, one, if you're invested in real estate, you're not invested in equity, which has an 8% return, not adjusted for inflation historically, total market. And okay, let me get my thoughts straight. Real estate being a leverage investment naturally has more risk than equity if you're investing without leverage. So what I'm trying to figure out then is, how do you balance the risk? When do you want to invest in real estate? Like, how much money do you need to make sure that if your investment goes down and you need money to cover your mortgage, you're not going to be at a loss when you need to take money out of your equity and you have to be forced to sell low? That's what I'm trying to figure out personally.
Thomas, to be honest with you, bro, I have no idea what you just asked. I'm confused.
So if you buy real estate and the market crashes or people aren't able to pay rent on the real estate you own, and you need to cover your mortgage then with your own personal money.
Yeah.
If you need to do that and you have the money that you're getting to cover your mortgage is either coming from, one, a savings account, which is not invested, or two, your investments that you need to divest from. So if you're divesting from your investments while the real estate market has crashed, then you're probably selling those investments at a loss. So you're losing money on top of the money that you already lost.
Okay.
So
Thomas, do you have a question for me? I
was wondering what your personal stance on buying real estate would be then.
Okay, and so what is my personal stance on buying real estate when what exactly happens?
You're just at all, like, how do you weigh it versus equity? Because your leveraged return on average is going to be higher. You just need to weigh the risks, and that's what you've been talking about on this like live stream so far.
It depends on the market, bro. It depends on the market, right? And at the end of the day, me going into any real estate market is going to be a risk. It's going to be a risk. You don't know where you're going to go. At some time, there has to be some type of it just has to be some risk, right? So like, I don't have an official formula for real estate. I am not down on real estate. All I have is where I live in right now. But my plan is after that I get this one completely paid off, then I'm going to leverage some strategies from a real estate perspective, as well as work on my stock portfolio as well as work on my Bitcoin, as well as work on, right? Like, I'm going to completely diversify my portfolio. Completely. I'm going to completely diversify.
So
right?
do you pick stocks
so
then?
No matter what, in my stock portfolio, it will be completely diversified. Within my crypto portfolio, it will be completely diversified. Well, it depends. It'd probably be in the big three: Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Is Litecoin still top three? I don't even know if it is.
I don't follow it at all, so I wouldn't know.
Whatever in the top three, but everything will be diversified within the diversified, and that's how you hedge against everything. Because no matter the macroeconomic changes or the microeconomic changes, you're good for the most part, right? Unless the power grid goes down and then you're up shit's creek, okay? So I don't know if that answered your question, my G, But I think that your question goes far and beyond this particular topic. When I have a real estate topic, though, feel free to call back in, all right?
All right, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate your thoughts, brother. All right, next to the stage. I'm looking for disagreements. Where's my man? What's his name? Deson? Where you at, brother? I need you to I need you to call back in. I need you to call back in, D. Where are you? All right, Goo Monster. Goo Monster has a.
How's it going, MTandR? How's it going?
What's up, brother? How are you? I'm trying to see. Is that Trading View on the screen?
Yes, it is.
All right, go ahead, Goo Monster. Let's talk about it.
All right. So first of all, congrats on 100K, and I love all the work that you do.
Thank you, brother.
Just getting to the point as far as my disagreement goes is you said for people, one, get their head straight, build their foundation. Completely all for that. My disagreement is people actually should be getting into cryptocurrency at this moment. Okay. Now, is it to be a get rich quick scheme? Absolutely not. But they should be getting into it. And I'm about to go over all the statistical reasons on why they should.
Now, when you say into it, you mean from a knowledge perspective or from a money perspective?
This is going to be strictly from knowledge. So all of those that are listening, you need to make sure that you do your own research. And that's what I'm actually kind of here to help with.
Wait, so Goo Monster. So what you're saying is, and I don't like calling you that, by the way. Can I call you something else?
Yeah, sure.
What the fuck is a Goo Monster? Makes me feel weird. Monster. Anyway, so what are you saying is from a people should know about it from a knowledge perspective, but not necessarily from in monetary investment perspective. Is that what you're saying?
The monetary investment's going to be a byproduct.
That still confuses me. Are you telling people that they should invest today?
Yes.
Okay. Now go ahead. I want to hear your reasoning.
All right. So what we're looking at right now is the N1 money stock. Basically, what this is this tracks how much money is getting printed and thrown out there into the system. Now, as this money gets printed, this isn't going into the general economy. This is going into, for the most part, buybacks, stocks, other asset classes, not the U.S. becoming a third world country in a matter of a couple of hours because we can't stimulate anyone. So all of that.
Yep.
So if we go back in history, for the most part, we've had a steady incline from the 90s, and then we get to 2008. And of course,
is this what markets are this?
This is the M1 money stock.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
So this is the money supply.
Wait, I thought you were going to talk about Bitcoin.
I am. We're going to get there.
Okay, go ahead.
So 2008, as we know, housing market crash happened. Had they not printed money, our entire country would have collapsed. So that's what they had to do. And as we can see on the charts, that's exactly what they did. Now, this is a steady incline until we get to March 2020. And what happened in March 2020? We had the scare and everything dropped.
I feel like you just got me sick, but continue.
And so what did we have to do? We had to print trillions upon trillions of dollars in emergency stimulus, one, to make sure that banks were liquid, and so that way people don't go losing their houses. And this is what this big incline is. What has this done to the purchasing power of our currency?
Decreased.
Exactly.
And inflation's at its lowest rate.
Correct.
I'm with you.
And so inflation, though being at its lowest rate, however, we see that a lot of it's getting funneled into the markets.
Monster.
Yes.
Monster. Let me interject real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of this, you have to compare the difference to the average American working on themselves, okay, versus the opportunity cost of getting into Bitcoin.
And
no matter what happens over here, my argument is most of us, the majority of us, would have made more money, dollar for dollar, investing into this versus investing into an intangible coin. So,
And my argument
if
is people need to invest.
argument doesn't, if the conclusion of your argument doesn't put that into play, then it doesn't help us. But continue.
Okay. So, as we said, we're trying to work on what's in our mental facilities.
Yes.
This is something that everyone that's working on themselves needs to absolutely learn.
Yes.
Because if they don't, unfortunately, when inflation does run rampant and it eats the purchasing power, as when we look at something like this, $1.9 trillion, that's about to be used as a stimulus plan to keep people from essentially going homeless. That's going to decrease our purchasing power, in which all that money is eventually going to be funneled into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Now, as that happens, it coincides with something that we have here, which is called the stock to flow.
Wait a minute. When you say funneled into Bitcoin,
into assets, and Bitcoin can be considered an asset.
You said it's going to be funneled into Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is an asset, so therefore it will have that spill overflow into it.
How are you drawing the conclusion that 1.9 trillion, which portion of that is going to be drawn into Bitcoin, and how are you deciphering that it gets drawn into?
If you look at the last two stimulus packages that have been sent to the American people.
No, I'm saying, how do you know that's going into cryptocurrencies? How do you know it's not going into real estate?
It's going to go into all asset classes, and that's what we need to really focus on, is that it's going to all asset classes.
All right, so if it's all asset classes, and you say Bitcoin is an asset, right?
Yes.
It's going into all of them, but it's going into all of them, right?
Yes.
It's going into all of them. So why are you proving to me that I should invest in Bitcoin over any of all the other ones that it's going into?
I'm just using Bitcoin as kind of like an overall barometer for cryptocurrencies, because this is my thing about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies.
I'm talking about any other asset class.
Any other asset class.
I'm talking about any other asset class. How are you proving to me, if it's going into all of them, how are you proving to me that 1.9 trillion that is going to, whatever inflation is going, makes me choose Bitcoin as an asset class over any other asset class? That doesn't prove shit to me. That's why I had to stop you right there, because it doesn't say anything. You don't know.
No, I understand. I understand.
It's not proving that Bitcoin all of a sudden, because Biden is doing that Bitcoin is going to go up. That's an illogical conclusion, and that's why I had to stop you, because there's too much of this shit that happens in YouTube videos, and people are like, "Oh yeah, you're right, Bitcoin. I gotta go put in more money that I don't have while I'm in debt, and to put into Bitcoin," and that's the problem. I lay out for people a tried and true method. And we get noise. And what we just heard was noise, brother. That was just noise right there. That it doesn't mean it's going in the cryptocurrency at all. And if so, it is no proof that it's going to be more in a cryptocurrency over any other asset class. But continue.
Okay, thank you. So, as I was going on, we look at this thing called stock to flow. And this stock to flow, what this does is this measures out both the price in accordance to how much is actually out there. As we look at this chart, we start from the very beginning when Bitcoin was just being mined all the way up to now. Yep. You can basically use this blue line right here as the quote unquote what the Bitcoin fair value should be at. And as we see, it has been marching right along this blue line. So if we go in and we look at it, right now we are currently at 36,000. As long as we stay on this blue line, and historically that is exactly what we have done. And right now our color that we're in is orange. If we look through history, the time you actually want to be out is when it's yellow, going into green. Reason why I tell people that they should be in cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin as of now is because we still have mathematically more room to grow.
And I agree with you. Yeah, bro, I agree with you.
As we go through this year, and in the event that we are falling along this model, we will see a $100,000 Bitcoin at least. Now, am I going against your points on as far as which one would make you the most money within a certain time frame? No.
Okay.
Unless you happen to hit it in altcoins, which I have done before.
Yep.
But that's a completely different conversation.
Yep.
But the reason why I tell people to get into this is because, one, we're still early. So we have a lot of room to go. And in history, we have gone, whoops, may have to refresh this. We have gone above that blue line when we really get into our peak. So I have no reason to believe that it's not going to be the same here. Now, if we're talking just a matter of 2, 3, 4 years, I agree with you as far as getting your mind right together. If anything, start a business so that way you're able to accumulate some kind of more capital into this. But if you're just graduating college and you just got a job, and let's say, you know, the 40,000, 50,000 figure, and we're looking at like the average student loan debt of being 25,000, 50,000, we're looking at more than likely the interest rate on that being maybe, if I was to go off of my student loan, in which I was back in college in 2011, 2012, 2013.
Yep.
That interest rate's only about maybe 2 or 3%.
Okay.
I can write that out. So as we go through, someone gets a $50,000 job, and I get close to that amount annually. The question that you proposed earlier is how much should someone spend in a numerical figure? At the current time that we're in, based off of what we're seeing here, 5 to 10%.
Yeah.
And that's with you having student loans, having rent, all of that. 5 to 10%.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to break the bank if something terrible happens, because it's such a small amount.
Bro, I don't think that we disagree on anything. Like, tell me what you disagree with. I don't think, I appreciate you going through a technical discussion. I really do. I really do. But I don't think we disagree on anything.
I think our disagreement just goes in is basically, should someone be buying into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies now? And I do believe your disposition on it is no, while mine is yes.
No, mine is no, depending upon their own place in life. And the majority of people in place in life, I don't think that they should right now. When I look at the analytics on my channel, I don't think that they should right now. I mean, we can get into, so you think in the next year it's going to reach 100K by the end of the year?
It's probably going to reach that sooner.
Okay, so you speculate it's going to reach 100K by what, September?
If we follow this model and we stay above this blue line, we'll reach 100K at the latest by the end of August.
Okay, so 100K by the end of August. My contention is, and from now to 100K, what is that, a 3%, 150% increase? No, 260, 300% increase.
A little less than a 3x gain if you're only in Bitcoin.
Okay. My contention is, can I make more money? Okay. Guaranteed money in relatively the same amount of time. And my argument still remains, even if it's a 300% gain at the end of the year, it still remains that I think if you only had $5,000 to your name and you had to invest it to get what, $18,000 back at the end of the year, versus putting that money into some form of education. Is my audio breaking up?
Not for me. Well, kind of, sort of, but it could also be just my connection.
Okay. I don't know why it is, because it should be good. If you were to put your money into some form of education to increase what it is that you bring to the table, your intellectual horsepower,
Okay.
could you make more year over year? And I think especially if you're in your early 20s, you absolutely could. You absolutely could. Okay? Because
Okay.
let's say it's from 5,000 to 18,000, which hooray, you gained $15,000 on your Bitcoin investment. And there's a lot of people out here where they're talking how you are without the technical analysis, that are getting people to sign up to their Patreons, that are getting people to sign up for their courses because they're gurus in the industry. And really, it's a $15,000 increase in 1 year. And there's so much money out there to be made. And I think that's what it is there's so much of us that don't understand how much money that there is out to be made if you develop skill sets that people want to pay for. There's so much money. And that's what I'm trying to, because I've been in this corporate America shit for over 10 years now. And I see, and I know how much these fuckers make at the top end of this house. It's not to say that everyone could be at the top end of the house. That's not what I'm saying. But
I work in advertising, so I know.
So you know.
I know.
Them ad people.
I know.
Less so now than what they used to make in the 90s. In the early 2000s, shout out to YouTube. Because YouTube
YouTube pretty much like took the game.
It's
just
eating it up.
100%.
Like, Super Bowl commercials would never be expensive as what they were in the 90s.
No, never.
But I think that being on the side of the content creation side, it has opened up a door to me that I never understood. Because I was a corporate dude. I was a corporate dude. And in part, a lot of me becoming a corporate dude became off of being a decent student. But being a decent student teaches you how to be a lemming. It teaches you how to be disciplined. It teaches you how to get shit done, to get good grades. And because you get good grades, then
that is the way that
accolades.
the economic, well, not the school system is designed. It is designed
That's what it's designed to do.
It's designed to
Discipline.
Basically
It's designed
make
to make you a
factory
worker.
workers.
It's designed to make you a worker.
Yes.
However, and you can make money being a worker. Let's not get it twisted. There's a lot of devs that come out of undergrad making 6 figures. Okay? They're good. They're good at their craft. However, when we talk about increasing this, our intellectual horsepower, the things that we can bring to a table, okay? I think you can make way more, not only in money, but in purpose in your life, if you take that same $5,000 and invest it into whatever course you've been putting off, into whatever education you've been putting off, any certification you've been putting off. I think that you can make a lot more money, and it finds you and aligns you to a purpose.
So here's my question for you. If we're taking $5,000,
Yep.
why don't we take 4,500
Yep.
and we can go and get our courses, and then we can take that other 500 that we have, and we can use that for either Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Because I feel like I do get what you're saying as far as, taking the 5,000 and upping your education. I just don't think that it should be just kind of a one-track thing as far as it's all or nothing.
Well, that other 500 to me should not go into cryptocurrencies. It should go into ETFs, mutual funds, index funds, or paying off your debt.
Okay.
Bitcoin is too volatile. It's too volatile. We don't know what the fuck is going to happen. We look at that trend line and we think we know what's going to happen, but this is not the stock market. The stock market, we know over time it will more than likely go up. We just don't know. And to say that, okay, forego investing in yourself as a human being and invest in an intangible coin that Satoshi created, I can't advise on that. To me, someone who would want to do that more than investing in uplifting themselves, that means that you're betting on something else more than yourself. It means you're betting on something else more than yourself. And I can't agree with that. That's not how I roll. I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to invest into myself. I'm going to improve myself. I'm going to continuously learn to bring more things to the table. each and every year. You see what I'm saying?
I do the same exact thing, and I still find a way to make sure that I put at least a little risk out there. I do understand that you have a more conservative approach.
Well, listen. Well, this is also part of your purpose. I can see that because you've gone in depth. You understand the technology. This is different for you. The majority of people that are in my Bitcoin comment section are not doing technical analysis. You want to disagree with me there? Because I already know that you know that.
No, I already know, and this is why I'm here.
Okay.
Because I'm showing them how they can do it.
Okay.
Because that's the main thing with the one society and everything else that we live in. There's not enough of quality education out there. There's education, but the quality of it, that's iffy. Yeah. What I do is I show people models and I show people figures.
Yep. And I'm with you. And I don't think the majority of things, I don't think we actually disagree on anything. But I wholeheartedly appreciate your analysis. You are forever invited up to the show to continue to get to provide to the cookout.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on here.
You're welcome to come back anytime, Monster. All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
All right, bye.
Monster in the building. I appreciated that conversation. I really did. Next to the stage, what up, Ronan. All right, he not ready.
Hello.
Oh, what's up, bro? How are you?
I actually agree with you that you should have your finances in order, but crypto is where it's at right now. So and the main thing is Bitcoin is a deflationary asset compared to something like the US dollar, which is inflationary. So since there's a finite amount, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. As more people buy it, the price goes up just off of scarcity.
Hey, Ronan, what's the benefits of a deflationary asset?
Well, the benefits is that, for example, more people are going into it. You know the guy Michael Saylor and his company, they bought a bunch. So the benefits is that it rises in value as it becomes less available on the market. And a lot of
why is that a benefit?
Well, if you own Bitcoin, your asset, your value is gonna grow. So maybe they say,
is it a benefit as for money? Is it benefit to have a deflationary asset as currency?
Well, I wouldn't look at it as currency. I look at it more of like a commodity, like gold.
You don't look at Bitcoin as a currency?
No. Most countries don't look at it as a currency. They look at it as a commodity.
So you look at it as a store of value.
Exactly.
Okay. So why is it good for a store of value to have a deflationary component?
Well, if you think of the U.S. dollar, if every year your U.S. dollar becomes more and more worthless, about 2 to 3% a year, and even now with this year with the virus, there's been a lot of printing of money. So I think they said something like 23% of the U.S. dollar supply has been printed this year, and if you compare the U.S. dollar to other currencies like the euro or the British pound,
so brother, let me just interject real quick. If the dollar, do you want the U.S. dollar to be deflationary?
No, it's inflationary by design.
So why is deflationary for Bitcoin positive?
Well, it's you got to think of it. It's like gold. If you remember gold in the 90s, it was like $400 or something like that, right? you holding onto Bitcoin is like an asset you could pass on to your children. Yeah, it's always going to hold its value, and it's actually going to grow in value because there's less of them on the market. It's like supply and demand. As more institutions come into the space, and it becomes more like
So you don't consider Bitcoin to be a future so you want people to invest into Bitcoin as to be purely some valuable asset, but or stored value, but what value does Bitcoin have if it's not a currency?
I mean, it can be traded as a currency. You can make purchase with it, and you can trade it for
But what
good.
currency do you want to deflate?
Well, all right, when I say it's a deflationary asset, meaning as like with you think you just say we compare it to the dollar loses value, right, every year, right? So if you just keep your money in the bank as a dollar, let's say you have money and you just keep it in the bank, right? It's gonna lose value. Even if you keep it in like a CD or something like that, it's not gonna outpace inflation. But Bitcoin,
The Fed specifically changes interest rates to promote inflation in our dollar. So again, I'm trying to say, if you're saying it's a store of value, but again, you're also saying that you can use it as a currency. I'm saying, what is the benefit of Bitcoin being a deflationary asset?
with the benefit to the owners or to society, but
To anybody, what is the benefit?
well, I mean, it's gonna raise in value, and the longer you hold it, the more value your portfolio will have.
How is it going to raise in value if it's not if you're not using it as a currency?
I mean, like it's not just Bitcoin you're talking about. Also, you're talking about the blockchain technology and the
No,
decentralized.
just Bitcoin. We're just focus on Bitcoin. How is
Yeah,
it
but
gonna?
Bitcoin is built on top of a blockchain, so like you can't separate the two. The blockchain itself it decentralizes.
I'm not talking about the blockchain. I'm talking about Bitcoin as an asset. How is it beneficial that it's deflationary? And how does
Well, I
that,
mean,
if it's a
I don't want to
cryptocurrency
focus
that you can
so much
use for
on the
money?
dictionary aspect because there's a lot I wanted to say specifically, but the blockchain technology that Bitcoin's built upon, right, decentralizes it. So the your assets is controlled by the users or us, or the owners, so to speak, or in the.
All right, let me ask you a question, bro. If you had $5,000, let's say you make 50,000. How much you make a year? Around.
You could say 50.
All right, you make $50,000. How much are you investing into Bitcoin?
I mean, I would tell people to invest maybe
No. How much you invest?
a good amount.
What does that mean?
Uh, a vast majority.
What does that mean? See,
Uh,
here's the problem, and I'll continue to say this, and I'll continue to speak my opinion from the heavens. Too often we get people that are invested into something and don't want to give receipts. They don't want to tell you how much they're actually in. If you believe in it, why is not the house in?
I mean,
Why is that not in? Like why
just the nature of
why do you stutter
cryptocurrency.
when I ask you how much are you in? Like why is this a hidden thing? If you ask me how much in my Webull account, I'll tell you. If they ask me how much I'm in my Robinhood account, I'll tell you. If I ask you how much money's in my 401k, I'll tell you. You know why? Because I believe in those assets, so I go in on those. But when
Nah,
I
I
ask
believe
you
in the
about
asset.
Bitcoin, you I hear stutter.
Nah, I
Be
wanna.
transparent, bro. What's
Yes,
up?
that's what I wanted to clarify. Like,
Why is
oh,
this hidden? Go ahead.
it's actually like a part of the whole point of it is privacy. You know, it's not really like.
What?
But I could say I'm deep in it. But like,
What?
let me
Listen,
I
bro,
won't
this
get
is a
too much
hard
about my
conversation to
bag.
have if you're going to continue to have ambiguous terms to talk about how much that you're deep in. I go in a lot, like all of this stuff. Like it's really hard to have a conversation because at the end of the day, we can't quantify that. I said I'm $15,000 in on cryptocurrency. Like I'm using, and this is the problem. There's so many ruse terms that YouTubers will use to get you entrapped. They won't talk about, oh yeah, I believe in Bitcoin, I believe in cryptocurrency, and this is how much that I have in. None of them say that, and none of them post receipts of how much that they have gained. None of them. None of them. And that's ridiculous. Shit. I'm not even a dating channel, and I show you the women that I have in my life. I'm not even a dating channel. And I show receipts of them that come through and they have a conversation. But there's so many that just believe off of a content creator that doesn't have a photo and a content creator that doesn't show any receipts. I'm showing you the work. And I'm going to get up here and talk about I invest a lot. What does that mean? It don't mean anything.
I mean,
come on, bro. Talk to me.
The cryptocurrency, for me, is more of a way of life. But a lot of people in the crypto space don't disclose how much crypto they have for safety reasons, obviously.
What you mean safety? No one knows you, bro. How much you in on Bitcoin? How much you in on altcoins? How about that? Bump Bitcoin. How much you in on altcoins? No.
I'd rather not disclose such information.
Bro, we can't have a conversation because we don't know how much that you invested in. If you're someone who makes $50,000 per year, you're not gonna tell us how you were invested into the argument that you're posing. Then it's disingenuous. Cause then we don't know what to believe and what not to believe. Because at the end of the day, if you're making $4 a month of a Bitcoin, why should we believe you? We don't believe you. You need more people.
I've been in this space since 2013. How
much money have you made since 2013?
I can't disclose such information. But look, I'm willing to.
Come on, my G. Bro, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go because you're not being valuable. There's no value to what you're saying. There's no receipts behind what you're saying.
I can offer value, bro. I'm just trying to offer information to clarify some of the things you're saying about like crypto.
Offer some information, young brother. We got 20 seconds.
All right, cool. So the main, when Bitcoin was created, they were trying to go against the banking system, which our money is being controlled by a centralized entity. So the whole reason why crypto became a thing is because of its decentralized nature. You know what I mean? So you control your own funds opposed to having a bank controlling your funds. And then we have things like the DeFi space now where people can actually earn interest and, invest and take out collateralized loans, things of that nature. It's the same services that you can get from a bank, but now instead of the bank controlling it or the bank being able to not deny you for a loan or something like that, we have a space that provides the same features that the banks offer. But
what are you disproving from what I'm saying?
No, well, you're saying there's no utility. I'm just naming some utilities of crypto. I don't have enough time to name all the utilities, but let's just in the DeFi space, take a look at it yourself. And you could do some research on it. It's decentralized.
All right, I'll do some research and then I'll make a lot of money. Okay, brother, I appreciate you for coming through, bro. I appreciate you for coming through. I wish you all the luck in the future. All right.
All right, thank you, man. Just follow me on Instagram.
All right. You guys are beginning to see some of the delusion that I go through. Okay, this is some of the delusion that I go through in my comment section. Some of the delusion, and I appreciate the brother for coming through. I appreciate the brother coming through because I wanted to hear someone who would normally write into my comment section about how I'm missing out on millions, and I think he is one of those young brothers that tells me I'm missing out on millions. Okay, I think that he is. But shout out to you, Ronan. I appreciate you for coming through. You're welcome back at any point. Guys, this is the first time I'm going to say this in a video. Hit on the like button. We got 509 likes. Let's get that up to 600. 600 likes. Would wholeheartedly appreciate it. Okay? Last to the stage. Uh-oh. Is he
Hey,
back?
yeah, me.
Decent.
Yeah. What I came to talk about is the blockchain technology. Like blockchain is not only
Wait a
for
minute. Is this the
crypt-
same Decent that was on here before?
yeah,
Okay, okay. Where's your video at?
my video.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean by my video?
We can't see
Like,
you.
you can't see me? Hold on.
No. No, it's a black screen, brother. Wait, hold up.
What
This is
the?
someone different.
No, it's me. Hold on, let me fix the camera.
Bro, that don't look nothing like you. Is this the wine drinker?
No, hold on.
Who's
Let me
this?
fix the camera. Hold on.
My man said, wait, hold up. Why are you fixing the camera? Hold on, bro.
All right, you can see me now.
Wait. No, we cannot see you. My man
You-
said, I make a lot. He said,
All right, you can see me now.
no. Is it just me? Is I'm the only person who can't see him?
Can you?
Nah,
Hello?
my G. You didn't try out your camera before you got on? Is this your,
No,
is
I
this your
did.
computer?
That was my phone.
It's your phone and your camera don't work. And you invest in Bitcoin? It makes sense. You got a cracked screen too.
No, look, you can see me.
No.
I can see myself.
No. Hey, listen, bro. Real quick. Restart your phone and then call back. Okay. I'm gonna put the link that's down up in here. Just restart your phone. It's probably a restart your phone problem. When's the last time you restarted your phone? He's gone. He gone. No. Oh wait, he's in his car. What's good, bro?
You can see me now.
Yeah, you didn't
Thank
restart your phone that quickly. What's good? You in here?
No, I was in and out using my browser. Okay, what I was gonna speak on is the blockchain technology. Is used in to secure information.
Okay.
You know, with different companies and everything. It's more than just storing back and forth cryptocurrencies. It's used to
just
secure.
real quick, bro. Decent. My argument was never on the blockchain, ever.
Mhm.
So what do you not?
Oh yeah,
agree with?
but I'm a sound conspiracy theorist. Theorist.
I'm
My
about to tear you
conspiracy.
out, bro.
No, my conspiracy. Hear me out. My conspiracy theory is I think they're probably gonna use. Okay, you know, thought crimes, 1985. I think it's gonna be on that type of stuff with blockchain. I mean, but there's a lot of good side to it. But with the crypto side, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't gamble. Don't treat it. Do not treat it as a casino. You know. Oh yeah, but I'm going into the agreement with you, but that's my take on it. That's what
You was about to agree with me. You was about to agree with me.
I know, man.
Bro, you was about to agree with me. So just name one dissenting view, please. Like
One
anything you
dissenting
do not
view?
agree with. What do you not agree with?
All right. With cryptocurrency now, you can use it. Okay, you can use it to as a savings account. It's not a savings account. I think it's called staking, where you can stake your cryptocurrency through interest. Like every month, you earn interest. Rather your cryptocurrencies go up or down. You can earn interest saving it in there.
I need you to
You don't
disagree
have to
with
make
me.
it.
This is the cookout.
Yeah.
This is the disagreement day. Come on.
No,
man.
no, this is the thing you can do with crypto.
I'm saying,
cryptocurrency.
hold on, brother. Hold on. Let me bring you back. And the reason why I'm saying this is because what you're saying to me, I know that you come from a pure place in your heart. And this is the same thing that I would say to you as if you was in the same room with me. Same thing. I'd say this exact same shit to you.
Don't treat it like the casino.
Hold up, real quick, brother. I'd say this exact same shit to you. If we were sitting right next to each other and you're younger than me, and I'll try to school you on this money thing, I'd say this exact same shit to you, okay? I would say this exact same shit to you. You have to understand, okay? Irrespective of...
Yes, have your business, have your skills.
Hold up, bro. That's not where I'm going with it. It's not where I'm going with it. You gotta listen. All right? You gotta listen. You have to understand, okay? Any decision that you make in your life, you have to understand what is the return on that decision. What is the return on that investment, okay? if your argument is that staking makes more money than investing into your mental, then I'm here to hear that. Is that what you're saying?
No.
So then you don't disagree with me. You're just spitting Bitcoin shit. But that's what I'm saying. You're just spitting Bitcoin shit. I can talk about Bitcoin all day. You can talk about staking. I can talk about staking. I've staked two different coins.
You can stake Uniswap. You can stake Ethereum. You can stake Cardano.
I don't care about staking coins. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about disagree with me why you should prioritize Bitcoin over increasing your mental and continuously learning. That's the argument. Stay there.
No, I'm essentially agreeing with you, man.
Okay.
It's gonna be a back.
Okay.
Essentially.
Decent.
No, but do not. I repeat, do not treat it like the casino. Too many people with stocks, forex, all that stuff, treating it like or running into real estate, treating it like the casino. Do not treat it like the casino. Do not gamble. That's all.
Okay. Decent. I appreciate your thoughts, brother. You welcome to call in at any time, and you can feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? All I want to do is continue to help young brothers that have questions regarding how to
also I have a YouTube
their
channel.
finances.
That would be a presentation. No, I'm sorry. I have a YouTube channel. It's Dyson Production. It's Dyson Pride. But I have a lot of stuff to do on my channel, a lot to improve on my channel. But as of right now, I'm doing work and stuff, but keep on going.
All right, bro. We got to get you out of here. Okay? Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Hold on, I'm thirsty. Here's the thing. I uploaded a video earlier this week that had to do with cryptocurrency and talking through investments within your life. Had a bunch of dissenting comments. I put up a live stream, and I made sure I put up the live stream hours ago to maximize the people that would see to be able to come in here and prove their point. What you see, the majority of them don't even come, even in the comment section. I tell you to call in and you don't even come. And of the ones that come in and had a point to prove, what happened? This is the problem of you walking into situations and walking into information that you hear, and you're not put on a platform to show receipts, to talk about your gains, to talk about your wins, and to show evidence. I've shown that to you today. Here is the problem. Here is the problem. I give you the opportunity. Show and prove. Show and prove. If you can't do that, and I'm accommodating as shit. If you can't do it here, you can't do it nowhere. Because I'll show my receipts. I show my receipts all day. And y'all already know my receipts. What's crazy is that I think a capitalistic society has to thrive off of lemmings. You need lemmings to exist. You need lemmings to exist to make a capitalistic society thrive. You have to have them. Shout out to Goo Master. I hate saying that name. Shout out to Master. He's the only one that came up here and really had knowledge of what he was talking about. Everyone else was emotionally based arguments or diatribes not based in any logic. I understand where he was going, and at the end of the day, what do we say? I don't think that I disagree with anything that he was saying. I don't think I disagree with anything that he was saying. But I told the Bitcoin warriors that came into my comment section, come through. And what happened? Come through. Let's talk about it. Because we always going to have a conversation. And I am open to dissenting views. I am open to difference of opinion. I am absolutely open. I'm about to cut off the stream right now. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. Do I have time for one more? One more, and then I'm getting out of here. I'm going down to my Discord. Crypto Wit Lie Now. What's good, brother?
Yeah, I came back on and said I'll talk about my receipts.
Okay.
I put in 50K, and right now my portfolio is at 142,000.
You put 50K in what?
A broad basket of cryptocurrencies, about 6 of them.
Okay. Broad vast is not 6. What 6 did you put it in? Or were you trading in that time and it's hard to talk about all the trades?
Well, I don't trade crypto. It's more of a buy and hold. But
you buy and hold. Okay.
Right. Bitcoin, VeChain, XRP, a DeFi coin, crypto.net, which is crypto.com. But right now, my portfolio is at 142K as we speak.
And when did you start?
Started in 2017.
So you started 2017, end of 2017?
Mid 2017.
So you started mid 2017. So that means for the past 3.5 years you were down.
Now, in the beginning of 2017, but I also put in 2018, 2019, when Bitcoin and the whole cryptocurrency market was down.
When did you break even?
I broke even the end of 2018.
So it took you 2 years to break even?
No, it took me 1 year because I came in mid 2017.
Okay, so you invested in Bitcoin 2017. How
Right.
much did you invest?
At that time, 10K.
Okay, so then you took, you said 15K, right, in total? So you took another 5K and you invested in what to bring you above even?
Oh, no. I said 50K in total.
50. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So you took 15K, put it in Bitcoin in 2017,
So
bottomed out.
10K in Bitcoin.
And 10K. Okay, and then you took the other 40K and invested in what?
Over the course of 2018, 2019, I invested in more Bitcoin and a few other altcoins, such namely XRP, VeChain, Ethereum, and Crypto.com, which is a DeFi coin.
Okay. Hey, guess what? Let me also put in additional information. I was making 50K in 2008. 2008 I was making, yeah. By 27 I was making 100.
Mm-hmm.
So within 3.5 years, I had 2x'd. And not 2x'd on speculation, I 2x'd on and increased beyond that. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
So here's the thing. We could compare apples to apples, my apples being education and getting a master's of business administration and then going into a field. And mind you, I had no loans because I got a full tuition scholarship through resources that I talk about within my Patreon group. Okay. But I got a 2x on my income year over year, and that has increased significantly through the 2 positions that I have ascended from in the years after that. Now, your example versus my example, Linnell, and I know time is of probably the biggest factor within this. Would you choose my route of increasing my education with that money? Okay. Or would you invest in Bitcoin, which you have no control over?
Strictly on opportunity cost, obviously your route is going to win out currently right now. Strictly on opportunity cost.
Okay. All right. And that's it. And listen, crypto with Linnell, we're going to continue these conversations, these financially based conversations, because at the end of the day, we might get to next year and it might be a different decision. You understand what I'm saying? But because I don't know. But honestly, I hope it goes there because I believe in the technology. I believe in blockchain. I believe in cryptocurrency. I believe that Bitcoin is going to go to the moon. I absolutely believe. But in the creation of who I am today, if I invested in Bitcoin, would I be MTR? No, I would not be. I would not be.
And I understand that. That's why I don't condone anyone, like I said before, using this as a panacea, using this as a cure-all. It's an investment. It's not something you can say, well, it went from 4K to 40K in 10 months. Maybe it'll go from 40K to $1 million. Let me put everything I have or everything I own into this. No, that is not whatsoever the answer.
Yep. Crypto with Linnell. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you coming through with that.
No problem. No problem. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. All right, guys. I got to get out of here. I got shit to do. I got to go back to Patreon gang. Link up. We back down in there. All right, guys, listen. At the end of the day, I put these streams together and I want to have these conversations. Maybe I'll do more often of these because at the end of the day, you know, I could do a stream on some chick shit and it would get 1,000 views, 1,000 people that sound up in here. But like, I'll be honest with you guys, I really don't even want to talk about that shit no more. I do videos on it, attracts people to the channel, but you know, this is my shit. I love talking about improving myself. I love talking about being the better version of myself. That's what I love talking about, okay? Turn your goddamn volume up, Die, okay? Turn your goddamn volume up. Everyone else can hear me, okay? You see the button on your phone? Hit the volume button up, okay? Hit the volume up button up at the top. Discord gang in the building. You already understand what's going to happen. Guys, if you guys are interested in coming down into the Patreon, you already see it's on the screen right here, but I'm going to put the link down into the description box, and we're going to go back down in there, and we're going to have a conversation. Any advice for high school seniors? I got way too much advice for high school seniors. What you going to do with Goku Black up here, Zeldin? Okay, you don't know nothing about Goku Black. Relax, bro. Okay, you don't know nothing about him. All right. We absolutely are going to go back into the Discord server and we're going to have a conversation as I do always with them during the after party for the Red Cup talk. You understand what I'm saying? But guys, listen, I had fun here tonight. I appreciate everybody that came through and had a particular discussion. At the end of the day, I want to take the folks from the dissenting views off of a couple of videos that I upload and bring them up here, and let's have a conversation where we can converse, where I can put your logic up to test for the audience to see. Let's do it live. At the end of the day, don't be scared of nothing. All you super chatters that came down in here and put some shit down here and then ran away. Why? Why? It doesn't make sense. But thank you for the donation. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Many go to tourismreviews@gmail.com. At the end of the day, trying to get you guys closer to the truth, all right? Because the truth will set you free. The truth will get you closer to financial independence, and the truth will get you closer to retiring early on your own fruition. And that's the difference, all right? Until next time, you too. Peace!